To Money Mondays. This is Ezekiel Olande, and you're on Icon Radio. If it's Monday, tunaongea biashara. We are talking about interesting things that you, the person who is on the SME or MSME space, needs to know. And if you've been here for a couple of weeks, you know that we have been on our series on family businesses called Legacy Builders. Come on, miss, please be sure to pick up from where we left off. And today we are continuing our conversations. And in the last 2 or so episodes, we've been building a foundation. And we're just trying to see why our family businesses run in a certain way and how can we make them even better. So today in studio with me is someone that you need to know. And I will let her introduce herself well. But allow me just to talk about my guest. I am joined by Dr. Kathy Mputhia. She's a family business governance advisor and managing partner at Mputhia Advocates. Her work focuses on helping family businesses put in place governance structures, support, continuity, growth, and generational transition. Kathy, karibu sana. Say hi to your audience and let us know a little bit about yourself beyond what I've just read out here.
All right. Thank you so much for having me on the show. So my name is Kathy, an advocate, and I've practiced for the last, this will be 22 years.
Wow.
But I do major in family business governance. But other than that, I also practice intellectual property, data privacy, and emerging law at Mputhia Advocates.
Yeah.
So as we go along the conversation, I think I'll be able to share more what we do in terms of family businesses.
Yeah.
I've researched a lot in the family business space.
Okay.
I've done a number of articles, but more recently, I've done a book, which is just at the publishers, where we studied family businesses in Kenya, about 100 of them.
Yeah.
And we were able to analyze and isolate patterns that affect these family businesses.
Yeah.
And we were able to come up with some recommendations. You know, you learn from history or you learn from other people's mistakes.
Yes.
But you also learn from other people's success stories. So that is one of the things that is going to be out soon. Thank you.
Karibu. So when you're launching the book, you know you need to come back, so that we give it the proper audience that is required. But, you know, as you talk about intellectual property and data governance, data protection, so nikiona picha yangu imepigwa mahali, you're the person to...
So basically, we major on anything that's an emerging legal issue.
Right.
And that's why we have those practice areas. Yeah, so
very nice, very nice. So our audience, like we said, we're continuing the conversation on family business, and we want to empower, especially those who are running family businesses, with the information, with the knowledge, with the skills that probably I don't know if family business is taught in schools, but that kind of information that will help you grow your family business beyond the founder into a legacy institution, because we see this a lot out there, but we wonder why are we not seeing this happening in Kenya. So this is going to be a very good conversation with Kathy. Welcome to the show. We are so happy that you made your time, and you might not see her on camera, but there's someone here with us as well. She's called Michelle. I'm just, giving a shout out, ndio mjue we're not alone. So if you see me looking at this side, Michelle is here with Kathy, and thank you for accompanying Kathy to the show. So Kathy, as we start, maybe if we can frame the problem. You know, when you look at family businesses broadly, where do most founders get it wrong?
Wow. Okay. So first of all, I think I should mention that family businesses are not like other normal businesses, absolutely, right? Yeah. So they are unique, or I could describe them as hybrid.
Yeah.
There's a family side, which you cannot ignore, and the business side.
Exactly.
So the first mistake that happens is when the family businesses themselves are not aware that they are a hybrid sort of a business. So you'll find most people developing the business side, getting investment and doing all that, but they ignore the family side,
the family aspects,
the family dynamics.
Yes.
And actually, family business is more, I could say 80% family dynamics, and more than the business side.
The business itself, yeah.
So that's the one thing that is maybe overlooked. I could say maybe there are personal biases.
Of course.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
But like in our African context, we are mostly a patriarchal society.
Yes.
And I feel like for a family business, it's very hard to divorce the cultural issues from the business.
Yes.
So being able to manage those dynamics, being able to manage the relationship, I think is something that is mostly overlooked. But I feel like it's lack of awareness.
Right.
Not knowing that you're actually a family business and you are different.
Yes.
You're supposed to be run differently from, let's say, Safaricom or any other business. Yeah.
I like that. You're saying families don't really realize that the family businesses is a hybrid type of business, and that awareness is lacking. So maybe to just dig a bit deeper, what then do they need to do differently from the typical corporate or corporation out there? All
right. So just building up on the first question.
Yeah.
So a family business takes two things to succeed. There's a family governance side of things and the business governance. Now, this need to happen simultaneously.
Yes.
As you build a business, you need to be building the family governance
as well.
Yeah. So there are many. So I'd say there are informal and formal means of doing this. Yeah?
Right.
So informal are the things we know about conflict resolution, unity, peace, all those things we've been taught about in school and CRE and all that, yeah? But now there are also formal measures that a family business can take.
This is still on the family governance side.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one of the things is having a constitution. A constitution is a foundation of even our country. It's a foundation of everything.
Everything, true.
So the constitution is very important in setting out your values as a business or as a family, setting out your vision, setting out the roles and responsibilities of the different people. Setting out how you resolve disputes and so on. So the constitution gives a unity of purpose.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So something like values is something you can overlook. Like, why should we write them down?
We should know these things. We espouse the same values.
Exactly.
Or one would think.
One will think, right?
Yeah.
So, but these values play a very big role in the business. I'll give you examples like some businesses in the States. They're very value-based businesses.
Right.
And this is something that can be put in the constitution. Vision. The founders had a vision when they started the business. Some of them, if you talk to some of them, they say we wanted to provide for our children. Others would say we wanted to solve a problem in society. Others, it was entrepreneurship, all kinds of reasons. Now, capturing that founder's vision is done in the constitution.
Absolutely.
So that there's no dilution. And then other family governance policies are like dispute resolution.
Very important.
Very,
very important.
True.
Yeah.
So a number from the research we did, a big percentage of family businesses, they die in court, unfortunately.
Wow.
Unfortunately. Litigation kills the family businesses.
Yeah.
But litigation can be avoided.
Yes.
It goes back to conflict resolution and having a policy on that.
And this would be anchored in the constitution.
Yes.
From the get-go.
Yes, and the family dispute policy.
Yes.
Then we also have something called the family business HR policy. This is basically governing how family members work in the business.
Yeah.
So you don't show up to work at 2 p.m.
Yes, because, it's family. Yeah.
Your folks are, they're the owners, so exactly. why should you work hard? But the family business HR policy sets out all those things.
Yeah.
Sets out how to enter the business in terms of as an employee, how to exit. Yeah. Because one of the things that kill family businesses is you want all your children to work
Yes,
in the business.
Yes.
You even create positions and all these salaries drawings kill the business.
Yeah.
It also measures things like performance. At the end of the day, employment is about what value are you adding
Absolutely.
to the business. And then there are policies like the family redemption policy, which regulates how you exit the family business as an owner.
Yeah.
Who should you sell your shares to? What is the process of exit? How much are you going to be paid upon exit? And there are many other family governance policies, but these are the major ones. So as you manage your business, you also need to be working on these structures and policies within the family business. Yeah.
This is so good. As you talk about, especially, I know disputes. That is where it's the hill, like you've said, on which most families die. And if they had already existing dispute resolution mechanisms up front, then it helps mitigate these things. And, you separate the feelings from what needs to be done, because in my mind, yes, it's a family business, but it's a business at the end of the day, and it has to grow, it has to thrive, and conflict, you cannot avoid conflict. So again, in your experience, this by the way, to question one, by the way.
Question one. These are like 20 questions already. Nishapata 20%.
Of course. But just drawing from your experience, how easy is it? You have the family and the dispute resolution mechanism and stuff like that. But how easy is it to actually maneuver through conflict within family business in a healthy way?
In a healthy way.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like you said, it's a very highly emotive space. So, for us, I feel like conflict has a beginning.
Yeah.
And the signs are there. So when you see these signs, when you see the conflict budding?
Yes.
That is a time to start the conflict resolution measures. Yeah. So one of the things is having a grievance resolution, a grievance mechanism.
Yeah.
Whereby if I feel aggrieved by a decision, maybe of a founder, I have a space where I can air, I can vent, I can, there's someone within the family that I can speak to.
Yeah.
And if a decision is not reached at that level, we can bring in a third party to listen, talking informally before this actually escalates into a big dispute.
Yes.
I was talking to a friend of mine who's a therapist, still in the same conversations.
Okay.
And she said a lot of the conflicts that we see in families and family businesses, therapy also helps.
Wow.
Because most of these things come from unhealed wounds.
Yes.
So you find the grievance someone has.
I like this.
It's actually a beef, something that happened in childhood.
Way back when. Yes.
Yeah. Something that happened in childhood.
Yeah.
And then someone is clinging to that thing.
Yes.
And making it an issue where there's no issue. But if this person receives therapy and is helped to heal and to be whole, then those are some of the ways you can prevent these conflicts from escalating. Things like sibling rivalry. This same friend was telling me those things are they're actually perceptions. You feel maybe like you're not loved the same way like these other people are loved.
This one is favored.
Exactly.
The special child, the gold star. Sisi wengine ni
black sheep, whatever.
And
those things, those things, when you actually talk to parents, parents really love their children. Yeah, so I think a lot of family therapy will also help. Yeah. And therapy doesn't mean that you have your psycho.
You have issues.
No.
Yes.
It's just helping you to operate at an optimal level.
Yeah.
So I would say a lot of therapy, a lot of mediation, a lot of talking.
Yeah.
So by the time this conflict becomes litigation, you have dealt with almost
exhausted all possible avenues for dispute resolution. I love it. People carry baggage, and I like just what you've said. The conflict could be emanating from baggage ya kitambo, but now you brought it to the business, and now it's affecting your business. So if you're watching, kama mko na drama, please consider therapy. I think I don't know why Africans, and let me take it a step further, African men Yani, it's like nikienda kuangalia kuona shrink or a therapist, there's something wrong with me.
I think it's a perception, but I'm not a therapist, and I cannot speak about that space. But I feel like even just maybe we call it coaching.
Yes. Now you see. Now you're bringing in the business language, and it might help. So I like that. Yeah. So not therapy, coaching.
No, therapy is important.
Well, yes, but yes, if you feel like anyway, we're not trying to prescribe one over the other, but I think it's important to have, and I like what you've said, have an informal process first. Have a third party, a neutral third party, within the family or outside of the family. Well, in the family, are they really neutral? But anyway, have someone who's not in the conflict, to come and try and mediate. If not, then now you bring a mediator or a third party. Good stuff. Question 2 now.
Okay.
So when you talk about because again, the other thing, I mean, you talked us about having a constitution as a very important structure to have in the business. So when you talk about structure in the family business, what does it mean in the practical sense other than having the constitution?
All right. So I think I look at it from also the business angle.
Sure.
So starting now from the business angle, it's good to have structure in that business. One of the things I would recommend, no matter what size you are, is to have a board of directors.
Right.
Because the board of directors bring in accountability, they bring in transparency, and some of them bring in their skills into the business. So that board of directors needs a board charter to govern how they work. What are their roles? What are their responsibilities? So on. Then, of course, the shareholders could be the family or part of the family members. So these directors need to be overseen by the shareholders.
By the members now.
Right? But now, remember, there's a family. So let's assume it's a family in the 4th generation. Where the members could be even, let's take a number like 300, 500 members. You can't have everyone in the business.
Of course not.
Right? And even right now, in the 3rd generation business, you're like 30 cousins. And then you're all lawyers. Alafu the position is one position. You can't all join the business. So between the business and the family, there's what they call the family council at the top. So the family council acts like a connection between the family and the business. So the family views are always given to the business through the council, and the business reports to the family council. There's that, back and forth.
The interdependency, if I can call it that.
And then one thing that many family businesses lack is policies, financial policies. Let's say you want to go to Coast, you'll just go get the money and head.
Director's drawings.
Welfare. It's called social. I don't know. CSR, right? But those are the things that finish businesses. One bus company was finished like that. So having those policies in place to also manage the family members and manage the expectations. One very important policy is how do the family members relate to the non-family members within the business.
Yes.
So here you are, you've come from campus, you go and fire someone. Like there needs to be like an organizational structure.
And that is respected.
Yes.
And like earlier you talked about the HR the word disappears, but like a HR code or policy, even for how family members join the business.
Exactly.
Because that I think also can then now bring conflict with the non-family members, right?
Then you end up losing talented staff. From our research, we found the biggest cause of litigation for family business is actually HR. Employment matters because there's favorism in the workplace, nepotism, lack of structure. So you end up losing talented staff because the relationship between the family members and non-family members in the business is not well regulated.
When you talk about nepotism, I'm like, but it's a family business. How do you say this is nepotism? and this is now just doing business the right way, because the director is, let's say the directors are the immediate family, and then like you're saying, if it's second generation, maybe the siblings, third generation, you've brought in the cousins. How do you draw a line between sasa ni nepotism, like, but this is not?
Okay. So one thing I think is also to train the non-family members to understand this is a family business.
Yes.
So they should know that the founders have an expectation that my family members maybe will gain their livelihoods and all that.
From this,
But it's good to let them know that. But then nepotism is probably unfairness. I'd look at it as an unfair advantage. I'd give an example of something like career progression.
Yes.
So you've just come from school, then you're being made the MD.
Or any director.
Not
even director, MD.
But I don't know if family businesses do that. Everyone is a director. It doesn't matter. So it's like just putting a family member at an unfair advantage as compared to a non-family. So you find maybe the non-family is earning like maybe 20K. The family member is earning 2 million. You see those kind of... I think the distinguishing factor is unfairness. Unfairness.
I like that. I think the training is important, so that everyone within the organization knows, especially the non-family, but even both, they know that these are the dynamics. They're unique to this business because this business is a family business, but also avoiding the unfair practices that would then make good talent and more so experienced talent feel discouraged and even leave or sabotage the organization.
Maybe before we move from that,
Go ahead.
there are cases of sexual harassment, and you find a lot of times it's the family members in top positions. Wanaenda kunyemelea the non-family. They're like, I have power to fire and to hire. So that's a kind of unfairness we're talking about here.
Wow, that opens a whole different should I say segue, but we will not go into that.
Right.
But I think it's important for as part of the discussion just to bring out some of these things as well, so that the people who are working in family business, because I might not be the perpetrator, but either I am aware and keeping a blind eye, or just not aware as well. So I think for you who are in this space, I think sometimes it's just good to audit and see what's going on, but more so informally, because I don't think some of these things will come out in the formal communication. But if you're able to have your ear to the ground, I think it's important, because now when you talk about people on top taking advantage of their staff, now legal issues come. And you can be sued, and you should be sued if you're sexually harassing your people. But anyway, thank you for that. So mistakes that family businesses make is what I want us to tackle. What are some of the most common mistakes you have seen as a practitioner in this area that founders make when trying to introduce structure into the business?
Okay. So I think starting from, so I'll walk away from the general business mistakes, because those apply to all, right? So when it comes to family business, again, going back to the family side of things. So top of the head, lack of succession planning.
Yes,
right?
We've talked about that in previous episodes.
So there's this assumption that, especially the African mindset is like, why should I write a will? Does it mean
if I write a will, mnataka kunimaliza? You know that song, wanataka kunimaliza.
So there's that thing of lack of succession planning. And succession in a family business, it's not only about death. It's also about retirement. Also things like age, illnesses, things like that. Anything that would make it not possible for somebody to work, even relocating from the country.
For whatever reasons.
Can trigger also a succession. So most of the time it's not done well, and maybe you find that the next generation are not prepared. So you're expected to fit in very big shoes.
Yes.
Without any preparation
Any planning,
whatsoever.
yes.
It's like, it's automatic.
Yeah.
So with succession planning comes a lack of training and mentorship. I think there's also rivalry, siblings.
Of course, yeah.
Sibling rivalry. And most of the times when you look at what's causing the rivalry, it's those issues I was talking about, the unhealed traumas and so on.
Yes.
Favorism, whereby the founders maybe tend to favor a particular child for whatever reason. We've seen very crazy reasons, including gender, age. They're like, you're too young, wait first. And then there's also personality. Because even the parents have a preference. Maybe unataka mtoto amechill.
Huyu ananga siasa mingi sana.
Now this one who is talkative. We kwanza ebuka kando.
Just wait.
Marital status.
Yes.
Some guys, especially even in African families, the men, you're told first marry. If you can't manage a home,
settle down.
It's settle down.
Yes, settle down.
Have kids.
Yes, have kids. Be stable. Let us see stability before we hand over the reins.
Manage your home first before you can manage the business. Now, and then you find this guy who is single is the most qualified.
Yes.
But now those are the things now that that bring this kind of unfavorable positions. We've seen a case that we did, though an American case, where the founders say that until the firstborn gets married to a particular type of a lady, not just even get married.
We are now prescribing.
He was given minority shareholding.
Wow.
Now the day he was to get married, he'd be added the others. The guy never got married, and he was the most qualified. So those biases, I think, have a big role to play. But also the next gen make mistakes.
Yes.
I think sometimes next gen judge the founders too harshly.
Yes. Because we know better.
We've
gone to school. We've done these things. We have the experience. You guys don't know anything.
No.
That is. I think that it's just an unfortunate mentality. You forget that with age also comes experience.
Wisdom.
This business didn't just magically appear.
That's right.
There's a reason why it has survived through to this time.
So for the next gen, I find some of them judge the founders very harshly. One, remember it's their business.
Yes.
They have a right to do what they want to do with the business.
Yes, as they see fit.
So this is a privilege.
Yes.
It's not an entitlement. Because even if you go to court, you cannot take your parents to court to say, ati hawakunipea shares. There's nothing like that.
Wameninyima my inheritance.
Ati wamepatia sister angu ama brother angu more. There's nothing like that. So the mindset of next gen to move from entitlement to understanding this is a privilege. It's a gift, really. It's an honor. So if we had that kind of mentality, we'd make it easier for founders. And then also being having empathy towards founders. It's not hard. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to let go of your business.
Because you've blood, sweat, and tears. You've seen it from the ground up when it was just you, and then now it's I always give this Kamau and Sons now, and then and Sons want to kick out the Kamau.
There's no way. Because there's something someone told me. Founders also fall in love with their business. It's actually like a relationship.
Makes sense.
So if you're putting pressure on this guy to let go, first of all, why should you put pressure? It's not your business.
Yes.
Then number two, if you do it without empathy, it can actually trigger sorrow and things like
and
that.
Resentment as well.
Because founder syndrome happens to a lot of founders when they exit the business. So next gen also, just kweni tu apole. Just remember, these are your parents. At the end of the day, they can do what they want, and there's nothing you can do about it. So just being humble, even if you're billionaires or whatever, just be humble.
You have mentioned something that I don't think I've heard before. Founder syndrome. Please educate us.
To educate us. Well, it's something a friend told me in passing. And I think founder syndrome, like you said, is you've invested so much. You know, even hope is an investment.
Yes, it is.
You've invested your emotions. You've invested your time, your money.
You've sacrificed a lot.
And you form a bond with your business. a very deep bond, almost a soul tie. That's why many people, if their business, if something happens to their business, it's like it triggers other things.
Yeah, you've lost a marriage, for instance.
Exactly.
That's how it feels.
Yeah. So many founders maybe treat their business like a child or like a spouse.
Yeah.
So the same empathy you would have when somebody has lost a marriage, for example, is the same empathy you should have when handling a founder.
Yeah.
And I think you should understand why they're so, clingy or obsessive and whatever. This is like to them a relationship. Yeah. So that's something that needs to be handled with a lot of sensitivity.
Yeah.
If someone wants to stay on until they are 120, let them stay on. It's their business.
Yes.
What will you do?
I
mean, at your ukienda court, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. Again, segueing a bit into that, we've heard of organizations where the boards have kicked out the founders. I mean, it happened to, I think it was Steve Jobs, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
And that's on a global scale. But I'm sure even Harper, because you told us in terms of governance, it's important to have shareholding, it's important to have a board.
Yeah.
Now, when the board kicks out the founder, because you've just explained founders syndrome, and I'm like, how do they manage? I don't know if you've experienced any of these challenges where the board or a founder has been kicked out of the business, and what happens after that? Okay.
So basically, I think it's all in the documents that you draft. So if you give powers to the board to be able to determine what happens going forward, then that situation can rise. And mostly it happens when there's an investor. So the investor will come into the business and then dilute your shareholding, dilute control. And in the documents that you do, they also have voting rights on some things. So that's how they use their stake to control matters. Here in Kenya, you can't just wake up and take someone's share because it's protected in the constitution as a property. But there are those incidences, according to the document you draft, maybe if you fail to raise capital of this much, you can forfeit your shares. So it depends on how you draft the documents. But generally speaking, you can't take someone's share. You can't kick someone out of their own business unless the articles of association provide for that. Yeah.
So I think it's very important to get the documentation right. And I believe Kathy here would be very happy to help you if you're setting up your business. Get it right, because we do not want you to have founder syndrome. You've been kicked out of your own business for lack of, although she said, luckily we are protected by the constitution, but also the articles can also cause a takeover, for instance, where you're kicked out of your business. So please make sure you get it right. Kathy will share her details so that you know if you need to get to start your or to get your family business right. She's the person to talk to. Why do you think families or founders delay putting structures in place?
Well, that's a good question. I feel like maybe there's this lack of awareness. Then there's a lot of assumptions. Like when you talk about structures, are you asking about succession or just generally?
Both.
Generally. Yeah, so I feel like lack of awareness again, that a business ought to have structures. And then I think assumptions in terms of the business continuity. Not knowing that governance is the pillar, or is the sort of the structure that holds the business together. Then I think some people have a fear of loss of control.
Of course.
Now, if you tell somebody, a founder, I have run this business for 30 years, you're telling me to bring in directors. To do what?
I've been doing it myself.
You've been educated on that.
Nimekupeleka shule.
Exactly. So what are you talking about? So there's fear of loss of control. Then some people don't want to bring outsiders into the business. Now, some of these outsiders are more qualified in terms of expertise. So you find a guy is very good with investment, like CFA, a chartered financial analyst. that guy, when he comes into your business as a director, he can take it to the next level.
Absolutely.
But no, he's not a family member. Ati
Yeah.
kwanza ametoka pande gani ya Kenya. You know, there's also
Those
the
typical questions
tribalism.
that we ask.
Yeah. So I feel like it's a mindset thing, and not really understanding the importance of having the structures. Yeah.
So I think it's important for that awareness to be there.
Yeah.
So that, and also just don't be fearful of bringing in people in the business, because chances are that they're going to enrich, especially if you hire right.
Yeah.
They're going to enrich the business. Across your experience, Kathy, what pattern do you see repeatedly in businesses that struggle with the structures or the governance?
The governance, yeah. So, like I mentioned, there's this research we just did about to be published.
Yeah.
And we're able to see a thread in the causes of the family business disputes.
Yeah.
So employment was a big one. But other than employment was matrimonial cases, marriage. So now you whatever you're fighting at home gets into the business.
So the from the bedroom to the boardroom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
Or vice versa.
Because you guys were happy until a business decision was made, which you didn't like. But now, not having the shareholder agreements, not distinguishing that when you get into the office, you're shareholders.
Yes, you put on a different hat.
Yeah, you're not husband and wife. You're shareholders.
Yeah.
When you go home,
yes,
you're husband and wife. You're not shareholders.
Yes.
So we found that when a divorce is taking place and it's a family business, most of the time it totally kills a family business because guys cannot agree on how to run the business, cannot make decisions. You're not seeing eye to eye. If you've watched this movie called, is it The Smiths? Brad Pitt and
Angelina
right.
Jolie, is it?
Yeah, yes. And now they got married in real life.
Yes.
Started a business together. Like whatever they acted now became their story.
Yeah.
So they had, I think, an orchard in France. And they invested together. So during the divorce, now they are fighting over that family business, and it's not working anymore. So matrimonial cases, and then governance issues. That has to do with shareholder decisions, those kind of things. We also saw disputes around succession. Intellectual property, funny enough, where guys are fighting over an invention. So these are some of the things that bring about disputes. From what we saw, and it's a fact-based approach. We were curious to see what was the judge thinking when they were writing that judgment. So we were really looking at the judicial reasoning.
Right.
In one of the cases, the judgment, the judge wrote a lament about family businesses.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I'll just paraphrase the words.
Yes.
She was like, who is going to help this and this business to sort out their issues out of court?
Yes.
And she noted that it's the lawyers who are making money out of this issue. So those are the patterns we have seen. And when I conclude about the patterns, I can say it's relational.
Right.
It's relational. The law is rarely the issue.
Yeah.
It's relations.
Yeah, because we are bringing in feelings, and now, like you're saying, the relationship, the family relationship is broken.
Yeah.
It's it just continues affecting the business.
Yeah.
And the business eventually becomes a casualty of this drama.
Yeah.
Very, very, very interesting. Wow. Leadership. Talk about control and leadership. Why is it difficult for founders to separate control from leadership?
In what sense?
So you're running your business, and you're holding on to the business, and you don't want to allow other outside people to come in, or just like we're saying, you're very invested in the business, but now it's time to release that control.
So I think that's a mindset thing, because again, it has to do with founder syndrome. In terms of having this close relationship, especially if that has been the main livelihood for your business.
Right.
When you look and see all my kids, this is wakalipiwa fees na hii business, and it's very hard to let go. You know, so it's quite hard to let go of that kind of a business, but it's also a mindset thing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what do you want? You want the business to live for generations, and you want it to do well.
Yeah.
So it's good to have the mindset of it can do well, even if you just give 5% shareholding to some other guys. Research has shown that family businesses that are open end up doing better.
Yeah.
Think like is it Walmart?
Yeah.
Those are listed companies, but the founding family is still there, but they've opened it up to other investors. I think Hilton. Although Hilton is actually under management, the founders gave it to be run by a management company. How many Kenyan founders can tell the family to step aside?
Yes,
let us give this to
a management company or management team.
Yeah, so I feel it's a mindset thing. Again, awareness. Yeah.
Could you say, because like the examples you've given. These are multi-generational. I'm thinking about because I talked about Walt Disney, for instance, and the Disney Corporation. Could it just be a matter of they have done this for so many years? They have now figured out
how
their
to do
kinks, and hopefully, with time, also most of our Kenyan businesses will get to that place.
Okay. Again, let me not mention businesses by name.
Yeah.
But yes, you're right in that observation in terms of it's a matter of time.
Yeah.
So in Kenya, I read a book by a friend of mine who his analysis was the Asian businesses and the colonial businesses had a head start.
Absolutely.
They were allowed to do
business.
Yes. Africans were not allowed. Right? So we started doing business maybe after independence.
Yeah.
And after independence, most guys got into white collar jobs.
Employment was a thing.
That's
so many vijana mwisho wa kusoma utapata kazi nzuri sana.
Utapata kazi. Yeah.
I don't think Michelle knows that song, but you know.
She's looking at us like I'll teach her. So it's kind of like after independence, guys got white collar jobs, banking, all that. Then it's when they retire that now the African family business starts.
Yeah.
That is why we're in the second generation right now, first, second, third.
Yeah.
And I think we shouldn't be too hard on ourselves.
Absolutely.
Because they had a head start. 100 years is not a short time.
It's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
So when you hear maybe an Asian-owned business saying, now we're in the fourth generation, the guy who is saying he's in the fourth generation is himself is like a grandfather.
Yes.
And you're wondering, and us guys, but you didn't have the same opportunities.
Yeah.
So I think with patience, I think we'll see more success stories. Yeah.
I like that. And there are success stories.
There are. Yeah.
That is very good. Just all hope is not lost, dear viewers. You can actually get to your third, fourth, fifth generation in the family business for as long as you do some of the things. Actually, no, all of the things that Kathy here is helping us understand. Still on control and leadership, how can a founder maintain influence without being that bottleneck?
Okay, so I've seen this happening in some businesses where they also have an exit plan.
Yeah.
So it's not like you just wake up one morning, buy, and you've gone to the village. It's a process. So some of them, they begin to now mentor the next generation slowly.
Yes.
Then they could cede maybe the CEO position.
Yeah.
To the next gen, remain as a chair, and sort of mentor the CEO in that capacity. Yeah. Some of them include the next gen in the board of directors, while they themselves are still there.
Yes.
So the next gen will learn how to do meetings and so on and all that. Yeah. So in terms of how they can participate without being a bottleneck, I feel mentorship,
yeah.
Starting the training early. Again, if you look at our Asian brothers, if you go to any shop, Moy Avenue,
Yes.
I know you used to buy those home science. It was a thimble.
Materials. Yes.
The thimble
yes,
was
yes.
only found in Biashara
Biashara
Street.
Streets, yeah.
So when you go there, you'll find that Kido.
Yes.
He's the one giving you change.
Yes. Yes.
He's the one counting the money. That is mentorship.
It is. It is.
By the time I have a friend, an Asian friend, who was telling me, for them, they know everything about their business.
Yeah.
They know how to clean. They know where to get the cleaning material. They know basically everything. So for us, we are not as much exposed.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You go, you do your masters, you do your own things.
Yes.
Then now is when you're being told the book come and
Unaingilia huko juu.
director. What
Yes,
do you mean?
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
director.
yes.
Head of. And by the
Yeah.
your position, your director, you don't have a JD,
No.
a job description. So you basically show up to work.
Yes.
You don't know exactly what you're
Unafanya moja
supposed to be
mbili.
doing.
Yes.
You sign things here and there. Ukiendanga.
Yes.
As you go to Vasha or whatever. Because there's no job description.
There's no JD. Yeah.
There's no JD. Unlike the Asian, where you start from chini kabisa.
From the ground.
From the ground up.
Absolutely.
By the time you're up, you know everything.
Everything about
the
business.
business. Yeah. So
You know. Oh, sorry. Finish.
no, finish.
That you preempted my next question, which was, at what point should people join the business? And you've already answered that. I think from the ground up, because we and just using that example of the Asian families. I remember in high school, I had a friend every day after school. Anachukua basi, anaenda town, family business.
Okay.
They used to run a driving school. He was the one, my friends will know, he was the one who would sell us a provisional driving license. Back in the day, you'd be allowed to have this yellow slip that you could drive before you turn 18.
Yeah.
He was the guy who was selling that. And he was part and parcel of the business,
Yeah.
From the ground up.
Yeah.
We don't do that
Yeah.
as much. And, thanks for your insights, because you're just letting us understand. I think when we have our family members join the business from the ground up, they understand the business, the ins and the outs. Anajua mali ya kupata the supply chain, you know everything about the business. So by the time you're getting to the top, you can run it very well, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So you've like I said, you answered that question. To the role of family members, how should they be integrated in a structured way so that they don't come and disrupt the business? I know we've already said like now coming in from the ground up, but how else can they be integrated?
Okay, so I think the first thing, so let's operate on the assumption that someone actually wants to work in the family business. Because there are those cases who don't.
Yes, unaekwa hapo, nani ana kazi ya kufanya?
Yeah.
Wacha kuja hapa.
Or at you're at home, then they're like, you just come.
Yeah.
And then also, there are some who are following their own other passions.
Yeah.
So basically, the family business HR policy should have a mechanism of entry.
Yeah.
And like we always say, entry is not automatic. You need to meet a basic threshold.
Yes.
Maybe for some it's age, for some it's education level, whatever you have set as a family.
Expertise,
yeah. Because you cannot. For us, we don't tell the family what to do. They say what they want, then we translate that into a policy. Yeah, so there has to be like a minimum criteria.
Yeah.
They need to be interviewed by maybe the family council.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, employment is I'm buying labor from you.
Yes.
So what value are you adding? You're not just coming at it to earn. What makes you more competitive than this other guy who's not a family? Yeah. And then the other thing is, what are you earning? Again, the value you bring is what you should be paid.
Yeah.
So some people are underpaid in the family business.
Yeah.
I've had guys who say that they are paid peanuts.
Yeah.
When they ask for increase, they are told kwanza si unaishi kwetu.
Na nilikupeleka shule.
That's the thing. Paka masters, So actually you're there asking for an increase.
Yes.
So zero. So you find your economic level is just here.
Stagnant. Yeah.
While your colleagues, you find your classmates are managers and all that.
Yes.
You are still at the same level. Then there are some who pay a lot.
at the expense of now the non-family members. For
Exactly.
instance.
And even at the expense of their business.
Yes.
You find someone is an intern, amechukuliwa nyumba sijui Lavington, whatever,
Can they adopt me in those families?
So I think most of them, it's like, what value are you bringing? And that's what you're paid. So if you want to earn more, earn it.
Yes.
Exactly.
Work
for it. Then the benefits. To be honest, many family businesses, things like medical cover, whatever, those ones are given, even if they're not given to non-family.
Yes,
what I can say is have a policy and follow the policy. Yeah.
I like that. I think that's what is coming out, that HR, what do you call it? HR
family business HR policy.
Yes. Very key for you who are running your businesses. It will help you avoid a lot of headaches in the business. And still on that, so what determines that a family member is now ready for leadership role?
Wow. Is someone never ready? Okay. Because leadership has many aspects, right?
Yeah.
There's a education that's not hard. Ukona masters, whatever. Age, that's okay. But now the mental and emotional readiness.
Right.
I feel like, I think it should come from the member to say, I feel I'm ready now.
Yeah.
And then after a mentorship program, just like in the African culture, we take our boys through a transition period, whereby they are, when they reach a certain age, they are taken through this
the initiation, circumcision,
and I think they are taught how to be a man.
Yes.
Toxic, anyway, how to be. That's where they learn toxic. That is where they learn toxic masculinity. Anyway, so they are taught. Silie, sijui kangumu, all that, yeah. But there's a certain age. There's an expectation that you should be at this level, and then there's a mentorship.
Yes.
You're not just expected to reach there and, figure it out on your own. There's also a mentorship. So for family businesses, if somebody has expressed willingness to lead, then they reach a certain level, then that mentorship and career progression can start. Yeah.
I like that. The mentorship is very important, especially if you've not had that experience as, leading this kind of organization or this type of institution. I think the mentorship really helps to get you ready, even to push the business to the next level. And the last question on this, what tends to go wrong when this is not, the structure is not defined early enough?
Yeah, so what goes wrong is the informality of doing things.
Yeah.
So you have financial mismanagement, which is a very big thing.
Yeah.
Then there's lack of compliance.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have governance, then you might not comply on other things like taxes, all that.
Yes.
Then I think performance also goes down. Then if there's no governance, proper governance, there's duplication of roles.
Of roles, yes.
Encroaching into each other's, territories, which brings about competition. Yeah. And then you have poor stakeholder management. So this is where now the staff members are not well managed.
Yes.
Because it's informal.
Yeah.
So you end up managing HR like, who do you like, who you don't like.
It's based on feelings.
Yes. Huyu anakuanga mzuri. Huyu mwingine hapana. Huyo. Yeah, you see. And that's not how to manage a HR docket, yeah? So you get poor stakeholder management, reputation, wherever, supply management, all those things. The stakeholder management is affected. Yeah. So a lot of things are affected. Almost everything actually is affected. Yeah.
And I like, what you've said about, especially on the financial mismanagement. I think that is also a quick way of killing the business. Yeah. Again, no structures. It means money. There's no governance around how money is being used. Yeah. Who gets to? So you find a director today has written a check to themselves. Like we were saying earlier, you've gone to Vasha. You've done on the company's time and dime. Forgetting that you're a going concern. Kuna bills zitakuja at the end of the month,
Yeah.
but you've eaten.
Yeah.
KRA wanangoja.
Right.
They're looking, and now they're using AI to. So if they look at your lifestyle,
Social media.
like who you, they're not declaring
taxes.
KRA.
Yeah.
Come slowly, please. Come slowly.
There's a funny one I saw. Someone wrote a letter to themselves, awarding themselves a bonus. Like, dear
Kathy. Yes, from Kathy.
Congratulations for your great performance.
Yes.
Yeah, in fact, she is a 30% bonus for who said Kathy, the MD.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I believe I deserve the pay.
Yeah.
I am the chief everything.
Yeah.
So I have awarded myself, and I've actually gone through the correct process.
Exactly.
It is supposed to come from the leader to the
and the board meeting was between you and yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You even had minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the most ridiculous one I've seen. But people do that. Mismanagement.
Very, very, very interesting. As we prepare to land this plane, preparing for the future, what does a well structured family business look like over time?
Okay. So, first of all, family businesses are hybrid, but not all family businesses are the same,
right? Because
of the family dynamic.
Yeah.
So the most important thing is to understand your family dynamic. You're not like every other family. There are some families maybe which are Christian.
Yeah.
There are others which are polygamous. There are others which are single child, whatever. Every family is unique.
Yeah.
So structuring your business around your uniqueness.
Yes.
Your unique aspects.
Yeah.
And every family has a risk which is inherent in it. For example, a polygamous family is more high risk in terms of litigation.
Yeah.
Because there are many interests.
Nyumba, hile nyumba, all those things.
Yeah. Then you find maybe another family, this is the challenge they have.
Yeah.
You know, so every family has its own things.
Yeah.
So understanding yourselves as a family and putting a structure that is bespoke to your own family.
Yes.
Then, as you go towards generations, the biggest risk for family business is the intergenerational transfer. That is where the ball sometimes can drop.
Yeah.
So having in place the proper structures, the proper documents to do that, preparing way in advance.
Yeah.
My mentor told me it's 10 to 20 years. You prepare for succession 10 to 20 years before. Yeah. Not this one of guy. Sijui harambeni, those WhatsApp groups, and then you're like, Sasa, who is taking over? So it's like done way in advance.
Yeah.
Then also inclusivity. And this is where many people get it wrong.
Yeah.
You don't include the Gen Z.
Right.
In your boards. So this business, maybe the grandparents are there.
Yeah.
They're Gen Zs. But wanambua ngoja time yenu.
Yes. Yeah, you're still young.
You know.
Yeah.
But inclusivity is like having a representative of every generation.
Absolutely.
In the business.
Because who's coming into the workforce now?
It's
them. So if you don't understand how they're working, how are you going to manage?
Exactly. And then also to buy the interest of the next generation.
Yes.
So grandparents can start talking to their grandkids now about the business, exposing them, and so on, like that. So as to get the generational interest.
Yeah.
Because if you don't buy that interest early, they'll go and do other things.
They'll move.
Yeah.
They'll move. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you won't have someone to leave it to. So realizing that a family business is the entire family, not just founder next gen.
And yes, exactly.
After the grandchildren, starting to show them, this is what I do, this is how the company, storytelling.
Yes.
There's a new thing called the legacy story. So the founders telling the legacy story to the next generation, like that, buying that commitment and loyalty, managing the transition between generations, and having the right structures.
We actually did talk about storytelling as a very important tool or strategy in getting even the buy-in of the next gen and the Gen Zs, as you're saying, because when they are able to understand why this business started and where it's going. And just telling, and brands do this every day. You hear very, powerful, impactful stories about why the brand exists. And that normally brings in that emotional tie or hook. And more so now within the business, when the grandparents are able to share the stories and say, this is how far we've come. I like that. And involving the younger generation, very, very important. What are the early signs in your experience, Dr. What are the early signs of that a business is on the right path?
On the right path?
Yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to governance, I think when there are less disputes or less conflicts, because that to me is a sign that there's clarity. I know that I'm not the finance person, like it's clear.
Yes.
So there's less conflicts, less grievances. Then compliance has increased.
Yes.
Like when you look at the compliance issues, there's compliance. I think staff turnover.
Yes.
But family businesses, interestingly, there's always that guy who has stayed for like 40 years.
Yes.
That guy is both positive and a negative. Because that's a guy, when you want to modernize, they are the ones who resist.
Yes.
But then they're also
always done things this way. Yes.
And now this company has moved to the next generation. So anyway, turnover issues. Then of course the finances. How are the books looking like? To show, because governance has a relation with performance of the business. What else could I say? Maybe in terms of competition and market share. Basically all the pillars of performance.
Growing.
I think those are good signs. And I think also if the family business is what brings you guys together. Like you're more close as a family because of this joint
venture that
this joint thing you're doing, then you're doing well. Because if you're more close with your sibling because you're doing a business together, I think that's really nice.
It is.
And special.
It is.
And
you see, that's a special dynamic here. When the family business does well, that the relationship, because you started by telling us that it's actually 80% relational. And so if it fosters the bonds between the family members and draws them even closer, I think I 100% agree with you. It definitely shows that the business is healthy and that is going the right direction.
There's some couple-run businesses whereby the family business becomes a labor of love. So it actually sweetens a marriage because it's running so well. So it actually makes the marriage even stronger. And I think that's a good sign. And we have those stories.
I will drop a humble brag here. My wife and I have worked together over in the past.
Let me congratulations.
Yes, we have. And I remember, and we were training the Gen Zs. And you would see the kids really intrigued. That because we introduce ourselves. And so, first you just introducing yourself. My name is so-and-so, so Ezekiel Olande. And then now when my wife comes, she introduces herself and she uses the same name. And then suddenly you can see the hamster wheel is running. And for sure, during the breaks and whatnot, they quickly come and ask us, how are you guys doing this?
How are you doing it?
How has it, gotten to this place? So back to what you have said. It does sweeten the relationships and the marriage.
Congratulations. I think I should call you for a speaker. I should call you as a speaker in my next family business event.
I am ready. She left the business. I kind of back to employment, but we still work together on very many projects because
that's really amazing.
Opportunities come and we do them together.
Sorry to throw something into the works. And this is totally biblical, but what I believe is God intended for families to work together.
Absolutely.
The man is vision bearer, whatever. The woman is a helper, and they are given, like the Garden of Eden, quote unquote, they be given a project to work on together for the good of community, for the good of the earth and all that. So I feel like if family businesses were ideal, it's actually something God has given you as a special gift, a special legacy, as a couple, as a family. And I feel like it has all the backing that is needed to do well. So I don't know Shetani and Ngilianga wapi, but I'm so happy to hear your story.
Asante, and I'm looking forward to...
Imagine I'm calling you. Already, Michelle, you can note that he's going to be speaking on the couple-run businesses. But well done. Congratulations.
Asante sana.
Yeah.
Last question. If a founder is listening today,
yeah,
and there's only one step that you think they need to pick, or what is the one thing out of this hour-long conversation we've had that you want our founders to take home?
Wow.
And then you can also give your closing remarks.
Okay, so one thing that founders should...
Or three. One, three.
Yeah, you know me.
Yes,
at a
yes.
5. Anyway, so I feel like one is don't stress, because I know it's a very stressful time for many founders, giving them a lot of sleepless nights.
Yeah.
I think I can say don't stress. The solutions are there. Yeah. There are all these podcasts. There are, there's a lot of resources.
Absolutely.
So just equipping yourself and knowing that there's a solution, no matter what type of family you are, whether you're patriarchal, whether you're matriarchal, whether whatever, the solution is there. Yeah. Then number 2, I think is in terms of, it's not easy, but communicating love to the next generation equally.
I like that.
Yeah, because a lot of favorism is actually a perception. Yeah. It's not a reality. But if a founder is intentional in communicating love to all their next gen without discrimination, then you play a role in mitigating the transitional risk.
Absolutely.
Already you're pouring water on
whatever fires will be there.
That will be there. And you know your kids.
Yes.
You know who is the aggressive one, who is what.
Who's the chill,
and just fostering that relationship. Even before getting into the business, remember it's family first.
Exactly.
Founders, head of the home, playing that role in fostering the relationship, not being the one that breaks the family apart. Then I think when it comes to formal measures, you could think of maybe calling informal meetings, drafting a family constitution together, having it signed, ownership of that. Ownership of this family governance documents is very important. Inclusivity. Don't leave anyone out. Those guys you leave out are the ones who go to court.
True.
Yeah, that guy you're saying at Sijuweka Kando, that's the guy who will go to court. So you need to be very inclusive, be very fair in how you approach things. Basically.
I like that. Communicate love. Yeah. Very important. The structures. Very important. The first, don't stress. There are resources, this being one of them. There are resources that you can use to get you the information, the knowledge, the skills. I think we are living in a very information driven society. So your information is just a Google search away, and you're able to find the resources that you need. It has been a pleasure. Yes. This has been so nice having you, and just you sharing your wealth of experience with us, the audience. If we want to reach you for any further consultation or communication, how do we get you? Okay, so my practice is in Karen Shopping Center, but I think I'll just drop the office line. Yes. Not my personal line. Stuck is on my DM. Important. Yeah. Important. So our office line is 0736 809 517. Yeah. My email is too long to mention here, but you can check us out on social media. C Mputhia, that is C for Kathy, then MPP. UTHIA. It is important to specify the P. Yeah. Because my lawyer friends are like, I'm a P, I'm a P. P, I'm a B. Yeah, so Simputhia Advocates. Yes. You can check us out on LinkedIn.
Our website is by the same handle.
Okay.
And we will be so pleased to have a conversation. Just give us a call, WhatsApp.
Yeah.
We are here. Yeah.
Good stuff. As we finally land this plane, what stands out from this conversation is structure is not formality. It allows for a business to move from dependence to sustainability. And we all want sustainable businesses. I want Kathy to, when she's sharing her research, she's saying, I interviewed a 4th generation, a 5th generation, African-led, African-found business, and it separates a business that revolves around people that can function to one that can function beyond them. In previous shows, we were talking about, when the director is gone, nothing happens. Checks can't be signed. Nothing happens. So let's put in the right governance structures to allow for your business to move beyond the founder.
Yeah.
And so, we continue to look at legacy at different levels, and we will continue, just to ensure that we don't have these blurred boundaries between the family and the business. But I like what Kathy said. It's a unique business. The family-led businesses are unique businesses. So there will be some bloodlines, but how do we institute structures that keep them right?
Yeah.
And so we will continue having these conversations. Kathy, you're very welcome to come back, and talk to us even beyond the family business, because you do intellectual property, you do data protection as well. You said anything. There's a line you used. Emerging sectors. This is the person to talk to, and so we look forward to having you on the next episode of Legacy Builders. But from all of us at Icon Radio, Kathy and Michelle, who is hidden over here, and my producer Sam, asanteni sana. Have a good evening or good day, depending on the time you're watching us. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.